we're gonna move on to I guess one of my favorite segments. I think your favorite segment, but don't let me put the words in your mouth for sure. Discoveries and our
I love it.
Sean, I had no idea that's what you did, but I love it, man. Let's go.
The
Oh
more
my
you
God.
know.
That's awesome. Oh God. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to know that we had no idea that that's what he did. So shout out to the man behind the scenes who better be on
Yes.
next week, Sean. We have a lot to talk about with the Carolina Panthers, so you better smarten up, but I appreciate you. Yeah, so Nicole, let's start with you. What's your discovery this week?
My discovery is, I guess I have to say, the Let's Talk Football group.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I gotta give a big handout to, like you said earlier, the shows. I've been actually learning and discovering a lot on there. In particular, I want to shout out to, David, Ash, and Sydney on the
Yeah,
fantasy show.
they're
Um,
awesome.
yeah, this is I only joined fantasy once a long time ago, didn't really get into it. But this year I joined fantasy and I had a couple questions, some embarrassing ones to say the least, but I was able to listen on their podcast and I asked them a couple questions and I was able to learn. One thing that got me was, okay, how come we lost, but Will Lutz ended up getting 14 points. I'm like,
Yeah,
is that normal? And is that a good game? And what I found out is it is a good game.
yeah,
Ashley was telling me that depending on the league, they get different points depending on where the field goal was made. So I never knew how intense, even for kickers, how much fantasy points they can get. He found out that, yeah, he had 2 for 1 point for the points after attempt, and then 4 field goal made
yeah.
from 30 to 39 yards, 3 points for each.
I was gonna say, yeah. So that's where you get your points the most, especially for the kicker. It's funny because a lot of leagues actually, dynasty leagues in particular, they lean away from the kicker and they use
Hmm.
that position as like a super flex, which is the league that I believe you just got into. So yeah, no, it's kickers do matter, and especially kind of a little tidbit for people that do play dynasty as well. Kickers, especially if you want to know when to put, like when your kicker is going to produce a lot of points, it's those really, really, really good games like the Saints and the Bengals, or if, like, for example, Buffalo and KC, where potentially you could have really good defense in stopping you, and the game honestly is pretty much just going to be kicks. So,
Hmm.
no, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's
So thank you again for the Let's Talk Football and their shows. Huge shout out. And then I found out that the first football fantasy was created in 1962
I
on
had no idea about that. So that is a
paper
fun
and
fact.
pen.
So mine's specific a little bit. So my discovery is so the backup quarterback for the New England Patriots, Bailey Zappi. He is the first rookie QB in the Super Bowl era to win and post 100+ passer rating each of his first 2 starts.
Holy crap.
So Matt Jones potentially might be a bust, but there is a reason why I am saying this. And sure, it might be a little too early to tell, so it might be a little bit of an over exaggeration. But can anyone guess the last QB to do this?
I'm going to say 1978.
Tom Brady
Oh.
was the last QB to do this.
Oh, wow.
So now I'm not saying Bailey Zappi is going to be the next Tom Brady, because I don't think anybody truly will be Tom Brady. I don't think necessarily what we see in the NFL right now.
Hmm.
Potentially maybe Arch Manning when he does come in, but that's a little bit besides the point. But yeah, there's something to be said, especially when the fact that Mac Jones is in his second season, and Bailey Zappi is already in the talks of taking him over. So that's something. But
Thanks for watching. If you like that clip, be sure to check out the other great content from the Let's Talk Football community. And as always, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you'll be notified when more great content like this becomes available.